The little boy who has a birthmark on his face wants to know what the big boys are going to do about the snake thing. He says it is a beastie that comes and goes in the dark. In the morning, the beastie turns into forest ropes and hangs in the trees. The little boy wants to know if the beastie will come back that night. Everyone is quiet. Then Ralph says that there is no beastie. The little boy must have had a nightmare. Jack grabs the conch and says that he and his hunters will make sure there is no snake thing. They can look for it while they are hunting pigs. Ralph grabs the conch and says again that there is no beast. He is annoyed. He tells the boys that they want to have fun and be rescued. The boys agree. Ralph says that they will be rescued, possibly even by his father's ship since his father's in the Navy. The boys are encouraged and they all applaud. Ralph says there is something they can all do to help themselves get rescued. They can build a fire to signal passing ships. The boys excitedly jump up and Jack tells the kids to follow him. Ralph and Piggy are left alone as the other boys all rush up the mountain after Jack. Ralph still holds the conch shell and tries to call the boys back, but no one listens. Piggy is left alone when Ralph sets the conch shell down and follows the other boys. Note, you may be noticing that each main character is representing an aspect of human society. That is because the story is an allegory, a type of story where the themes or lessons the author wants to teach are taught by using characters to represent key human characteristics or qualities. Piggy is disgusted by the boys, including Ralph, acting like a crowd of kids. The author says, with the martyred expression of a parent who has to keep up with the senseless ebullience of the children, he picked up the conch, turned toward the forest, and began to pick his way over the tumbled scar. Note, Piggy
you see here, this note is very important. Piggy wears glasses, has taught Ralph how to blow the conch shell, and has made logical decision. He represents intelligence, ذكاء, science, maturity, and positive aspects of civilization. يعني إذا جاك بالامتحان مثلا على سبيل المثال fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks with the correct choice from the text. فأجيب لك Piggy represents dots نقاط. You write intelligence, science.
جيب لنا يا السؤال.
عيني. الو. Okay. Maturity and positive aspects of civilization. نعم. أيضا أكون سؤال اللاخ بها لو نرجعكم إلى بعدها the conch shell also represents blank فراغ أو dots. You have to fill the blank with good qualities of civilization, authority, and order. I would go the conch shell is a symbol of ممكن تكون بهذا الشكل symbol of
meeting.
نعم. بعدين خلينا نخلص ونعطيكم مجال. If you have any question, please. Okay? Yes. Go on.
Wears glasses, has taught Ralph how to blow the conch shell, and has made logical decisions. He represents intelligence, science, maturity, and positive aspects of civilization. The conch shell also represents good qualities of civilization, authority, and order. Both have been left behind as the other boys have rushed away. The other boys make it to the mountaintop and drag logs and sticks into a pile. Note, the author foreshadows, hints at, disaster when he describes a big log that Sam, Eric, Ralph, Jack, Simon, Roger, and Maurice find as a grotesque dead thing. We expect something bad to happen because the author does not describe the log positively as a great source for fuel. Jack and Ralph now find themselves in an embarrassing situation. They don't know how to light the fire, and all of the boys are looking at them. They ask the boys if anyone has matches. No one does. Just as Roger suggests using a bow, arrow, and friction to create fire, Piggy appears. Jack says they can make fire using Piggy's glasses.
Yes.
He grabs Piggy's glasses.
You see here also one of the similar question. Jack says أيضا blank or DOS. Jack says that they can make fire using Piggy's glasses. Okay?
Is off of his face.
Yes.
Ralph pushes Jack to the side. Ralph holds Piggy's glasses over dry wood and smoke starts to rise. Jack blows on the smoke and a flame appears. They have started a fire. Piggy yells for Ralph to give him back his glasses. The fire grows. Boys add more wood and dance around excitedly. The boys get tired and the fire goes mostly out. Ralph says the fire was no good anyway. If there were a passing ship, it could only see smoke, not red flame. Piggy says it would be impossible to keep the fire going all the time, day after day. Jack says Piggy didn't even try to help. But Simon reminds everyone that they could not have made the fire without Piggy's glasses. Piggy says since he has the conch, he has the right to speak. But Jack says that the conch is only for the meeting place on the beach. Ralph takes the conch. He says they will need a group of boys to be in charge of being ready to light a signal fire if a ship is sighted. He says the conch and rules are needed everywhere on the island. Jack takes the conch and agrees, saying that English boys must do what is right. Note, it is ironic, the opposite of what is expected, for Jack to agree that the conch's orders should be followed everywhere when he just denied Piggy the right to speak. Piggy takes back the conch and says the rules should apply to everyone. He should be listened to. Then he looks back toward the beach and laughs sadly at the other boys' stupidity. The boys look at what they have done. They have set the island on fire. Some of the boys cheer as they see the fire racing down toward the ocean, but Piggy says that they have just burned a lot of firewood. They will have to let the fire burn out on its own. If the whole island burns, there will be no food. Everyone is quiet and Ralph is angry. He tells Piggy to shut up. Piggy keeps the conch and keeps talking. He says he could not count all of the little boys who have been running around like insects. He asks where the small boy with the birthmark is. The last time Piggy had seen him, the boy had been in the area where the fire is now burning.
صورة طبيعية.
Okay. Next lecture, we will be talking about chapter 3 and maybe chapter 4 with actually some videos. Here I have made some questions similar to the questions which I have already told you about. Such questions, filling in the blanks, filling in the blanks. For example, number 1 here, I have the name of Lord of the Flies is given to, and you have to continue. نقاط, you have to continue the answer. Do you know the answer? Nishirvan, Toka, do you know the answer?
No.
Why? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
بس هذا السؤال.
I repeat. The name of Lord of the Flies, you see the title of the novel, is given to كمل الفراغات, to the soul or to the pig's head, to the pig's head. I mean, next time they managed to hunt, to catch a pig, and the pig was beheaded, قصة وراسة, and
put on the wood.
عافية.
Flies.
Yes, you see, this is actually what is meant. هو رأس الخنزير خلوه بعودة أو رمح بالغابة والذباب دور مداراته. Another question, number 2, Simon represents Nechirvan. Do you know who is Simon? Where is Simon here in this image? Do you know? Yeah, anyhow.
Simon, when he could go to the and come back, they kill him.
Just a minute. Do you see the image? Anyhow, leave it. Later I'll tell you. Simon represents a kind of نقاط كمل. The answer is kind of natural goodness as opposed.
A noble boy.
Yes, he's another boy which represents natural goodness and who is opposite to Jack. Simon is a symbol of goodness and Jack is symbol of evil deed. السؤال الثالث, question number 3. Roger is a sadistic. I mean, of sadistic يعني سادي. كمل. Continue. He's sadistic, cruel, older boy who brutalizes the little ones and murders Piggy. Piggy خطية يدفعه ويمسك عليها صخرة تفعسه. Number 4, Ralph is the continue. كمل. You continue.
The protagonist of the
The
novel.
protagonist.
Yes,
Jack.
he is the protagonist of the novel.
And the light side in the novel. And the light side
And the leader of the group of the boys.
Yes.
Opposite Jack.
Is the chief. No.
Opposite Jack.
Ralph, another, represents the human being who also represents goodness,
Yes.
and he is opposite to Jack. Jack is a symbol of evil. وين اكو مشكله، وين اكو شيء savages is practiced by Jack.
Exactly.
He never believes in civilization. يعني ما Jack is continue. كمل. Jack is what?
Jack is dark side in the novel. Dark side of the novel.
Yes, he is the dark side of the novel.
Yes.
He is the antagonist.
He always make a problem.
The antagonist of the novel. Antagonist is the character who is or who opposes the protagonist. الانتاجونست احنا نقول له العدو. مو عندنا بطل الروايه، عندنا العدو. الانتاجونست العكس ماله. The boy who murders Piggy is
Roger.
عافية, very good. Roger.
Yes.
Roger is
He push the rock.
is killed in a sadistic way.
Yes.
بطريقة سادية. In actually in a savage way, in a brutal way. Next lecture, we will have, as I have already said, we will talk about chapter 3 and 4 and speak about the major themes of Lord of the Flies.
No, inshallah.
Before I want you to concentrate on this. Before we go on explaining the themes, we have to know what is the meaning of theme. What are types of themes? If you remember in the first semester or first term, we talked about, I gave you a definition of theme, and I said that theme is what? Is the central idea or ideas. Maybe one idea, or it may be more than one idea. Okay? Which is presented by the author, by the novelist, by the dramatist. It is one theme maybe, or it could be more than one theme.
Goodness.
Yes. Now, what are the types of themes? أنواع الثيمات. What are the types? يعني if you if you read and analyze any novel, certainly you will find either it contains one theme or many themes. If you remember Wuthering Heights, we have one theme. إذا تتذكروها أخذتوها يمكن العام الماضي. Wuthering Heights, we have more than one theme. Theme of love, theme of revenge, theme of nature, إلى آخره. But we have to know, you have to know that in each literary work, there is what? There is, or there are main themes, major themes, and there are minor themes. Next week, we are going to explain what are the major themes of Lords of the Flies, and what are the minor themes. Please try to follow me to read about the major themes of Lords of the Fly. Now, from what we have already taken, يعني إذا تذكرون هاي chapter 1 and 2, can you assign, can you point out a theme?
A theme?
From this novel? The theme?
Yeah, in this novel.
Yes,
this novel.
it's about the good and evil.
Goodness and evil. نعم.
Yes.
And weak boy and strong
What
boy.
about civilization?
Yes. Civilization.
More? Civilization.
Savagery.
Is the
What are,
Civilization and
yes, what are the theme of loss of innocence?
Yeah.
All these themes are there, and you can pick them out of the novel. I think what I have given you today is enough. And if you have any question, please, you have a few minutes to answer you.
أستاذ بس بالنسبة لهاي الأسئلة هسه كنت أقرأها بس لو ننزل لنا هي أنا بنستنسخها.
ما تدلل.
شكرا أستاذ، شكرا ما أدري.
تسلم أستاذ، رحمه الله.
أطبع لك إياه وأبعث لك إياه.
شكرا.
لا أستاذ حتى لو مكتوبة عادي يعني.
لا هذه اليوم يعني هكذا أنا وقاعد يعني جت على بالي، فلازم أطبع لكم إياه وأبعث لكم إياها إن شاء الله.
شكرا أستاذ. شكرا.
إن شاء الله. شكرا.
بس أنا كثيرين غياب عندكم.
والله أستاذ هم كل محاضرات هالشكل.
كتب قناته.
منو أكو معاكي؟
أنا سنار وزبيدة وسليمان وسبان ولا سقا.
سليمان، where is سليمان؟
نعم دكتور.
سليمان.
نعم دكتور.
What happens to your report?
البحث أستاذ؟
Yes.
أستاذ كملته وخلصته، بس ما أعرف إذا أستاذ إذا أكو أخطاء فيها ما أعرف أيش راح أصححها، لأن إحنا ما نداوم، ما أعرف أيش راح ترسلني.
أنت بعث لي هو بالماسنجر، مو بعثت لي هو ذاك اليوم؟
يعني إذا أدزلت بالماسنجر ما بيشكل؟
إيه بعثه وأنا أقول لك أوكي.
تمام أستاذ، تمام أنا كملته إن شاء الله بالمساء راح أدز لك كلها.
إن شاء الله. أنت ولا
أستاذ أنا يعني عبد دزلكوه على الفايبر، على الماسنجر الPDF ما يرسل.
إيه ما يخالف، ما انتظرت وقلت أنت تبعثينه.
والله أستاذ إيش أنا أرسله ما يرسل على الماسنجر.
أمي على الفايبر.
أوكي أستاذ راح أدزلكوه اليوم.
وأكو
أنا
هاي
أنا كملت.
ماردين ويني؟ Where is Mardin؟
ما موجودة أستاذ.
ايه هذه هم البحث مالها كم ضيعته ماكو. ايه
لا أستاذ أنا كملت. أنا كملت قلت لي بس اسحبي سبايرال وسويت 3 نسخ.
منو انت؟
سنار.
سنار.
نعم أستاذ.
سباح.
انت خلصت من زمان.
إيه
بس زبيدة ما
سبعة.
زبيدة ما خلصت.
بالنسبة للبحث يكون مطبوع لو مكتوبة عادي، لأن أنا سألت دكتور وعد الله قال
مطبوع. اي والله. يلا
يعني
if you don't have any question I'll leave you wishing you صياما مقبولا وإفطارا شهيا. إن شاء الله نلتقي الأسبوع.
إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله دكتور.
شكرا أستاذ.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.